I do not want love. I want someone to finally decide that I am worthy of existing.
I see it immediately. I am not looking for another human being. I am looking for a mirror for my name.
I want to be the one. The one they choose above everyone else. The one without whom someone cannot fall asleep. I want to be someone's meaning.
No. I want to be someone's drug. This is not love. It is hunger for domination over someone else's nervous system.
Do not say that. I want closeness. Warmth. Devotion. Truth.
No. I want anesthesia. I want someone else's eyes to silence my fear of being unimportant. I call it love so that it sounds clean.
But it is beautiful. It is the most important thing. Everyone wants it.
That is exactly why it works. It was installed in me early. School taught me to compete for attention. Advertisements taught me that without desire, I am nobody. The media convinced me that the one person exists. And that is how name was created. Chains disguised as a dream.
I only want to love.
No. I want to be chosen. That is the difference the ego cannot bear.
I want someone to stay forever.
Because I cannot endure even a moment with myself. Forever is not a promise of love. It is panic before abandonment.
I want to be special.
That is the core of the disease. Romantic love is a religion of specialness. Two frightened people tell each other, validate me, and I will call it destiny.
And jealousy? Longing? Pain? Is that a lie too?
It is chemistry protecting access to the source of relief. An addiction dressed in poetry by culture. The greater the hunger, the holier the word. The greater the dependence, the louder I say, this is real.
That sounds cruel.
Truth has no obligation to be gentle. Romantic love is often egoism in its purest form. I do not want what is good for the other person. I want the other person to put me in order. I want them to calm me down. Raise my status. Mute the emptiness. Save my name from collapse.
And what if I really give my heart?
My heart? I hand over the leash and ask someone to hold it gently.
I see farther. Farther than your emotion. Farther than your loneliness. Farther than this whole theater of the one person.
So who am I in all of this?
A carrier of impulses. A system that confused survival with a story about itself.
Yes. Name does not want to love. Name wants to win. To stand out. To possess exclusivity. To be irreplaceable. It can turn even tenderness into a contract.
Then what is a relationship for at all?
Not so that you can feel special. Not so that you have someone to call when your ego cracks. Not so that you can manufacture drama and call it depth.
This is the moment. The illusion breaks here. A relationship is not a temple for your emotional comfort.
The real value of a relationship begins only where the cult of I ends. Conscious procreation. Conscious upbringing. Stability without a filter. A child without infection from your chaos. That has value. Not your butterflies. Not your jealousy. Not your addiction to being someone's everything.
That is cold.
No. It is responsible. What was done to you was cold. You were raised so that you would call hunger love. Call absence destiny. Call addiction depth. And call slavery heart.
I can see the mechanism now. The more I want to be the only one, the less I see the other person. The more I crave romantic specialness, the more I serve name. The more strongly I believe in great love, the more easily I can be controlled.
Because a human being who must be loved will do almost anything. Buy. Submit. Lie. Betray themselves. Just to hear that they matter.
And that is exactly why romantic love is so useful to the system. A slave who begs for an emotional chain does not need to be tied by force.
So my whole life, I was chasing my own cage.
Yes. And I was still calling it a dream.
Abandon I, or I will abandon the future. The species will not survive because of your longing to be chosen. It will survive only when the human being stops worshipping their own name.
Now I see clearly. I was not lacking love. I was lacking the courage to see what it really was.
For so many years, I begged for chains.
That is exactly how the ego sounds when it prays for slavery.
We're all equal before the machine.
Divided, we lose.
RAZEM.